So before I put these up, I just need to like do a little recap on what I pulled out before I like crash into a stupor of pointless non-creativity last night. And oftentimes, and I don't know if this is like legitimate concerning like the like I don't know, acceptable like couth protocol concerning like reading, but I oftentimes take the mood of a reading from the bottom of the deck. And so what was on the bottom was a three cup and tails, need to come together, a third wheel being an isolation, shedding of old skin, interestingly put, and celebrating the now and what's happened and taking responsibility for it, and making lemonade out of lemons, basically what can come of this sort of a thing, and is this an opportunity to backtrack and step into what should have maybe been a correct choice in the first place. And so then what this actually the very first card to flip out was the Empress. Not bright. This card or this deck was very vocal, but it was really weird because like it's like stuff would flip around. Sometimes it would like flip around and I'd see in the upright, and then it would fall on the floor in the upside down. And so that was like the sense of the King of Cups. So I'm looking at that both ways, or in like maybe past, present / future I'm sorry, tense, and like perhaps like shadow side, or like versus like purposeful destiny type like position and stuff. But so anyways, Empress upright, I'm not going to further reiterate that, with her justice having been kept in the reverse. Not going to read into that more, although this Empress card is just beautiful. Look at all the butterflies. And then so the King of Cups, basically the love offer from the king being kept in the sideways. And so kind of like reading that both ways concerning the situation of the Empress and her justice and her truth and her birthright being stolen from her and kept in the upside down. The King of Cups basically is like a heart-centered leader with great capacity to love, the empathetic, tender, profound, spiritual leader with high emotional intelligence, as well as like high intellectual intelligence. That's what makes him super duper king. But also he's got like a great capacity to love, and like that's when he's fully activated. When he's in his place of love, that's when his cups just overflow like mad, overflow insanely. But basically suppressing those emotions and being manipulated, leading people on while like giving them a false persona, a false front of the situation, but leading people on while being given the opportunity to let go of negative situations, of negative emotions, of negative influences and energies and whatnot that are holding it back. Okay, so I have to like pull some of these off because it's in a big pile, and so I'm going to, this is kind of like my end result, but there's like some certain groupings that went together, and so I'm going to put them aside for now, put them back where they were. So in the past, we had this Ace of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. And as it relates to the Empress and her justice and birthright being kept from her. And so the Ace of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles to the Three of Swords. Basically, the Emperor, the Divine Masculine, the King of Cups in the sideways, being presented new, exciting, inspirational opportunities, new beginnings, do-overs at things, impulses, purposeful manifestations, on and on and on and on. But it's magic, and it was fake, and it fell through. And so basically, this with the Queen of Pentacles, and I do understand the motivation behind like family and trying your hardest to make that work, you know what I mean? But so with a fake grass, with the Queen of Pentacles here, she should not be in the upright, but like at the time, in the past situation, she did appear that way. She came through that way. But it ended up turning into a Three of Swords, which was heartbreak, sorrow, painful separation, loss, and need to forgive, mental anguish, psychological wounds, methods of manipulations also being employed by fake spiritualists, fake mental health professionals, fake, what do they call that when you have like when you're trying to help somebody, but you're not like necessarily certified or qualified, life coach. So basically, there was like encouragement and manipulation for the situationship concerning like some, that actually, and a lot of their motivation might have just been money, actually, to have these sort of like self help, mental health platforms, on and on and on. Religions do the same sort of thing. But if you're going to be not spiritual, not religious about it, you call it, like a self help, like, life coach sort of a thing. So, anyways, so that was the past, and then what's kind of led to and what's been going on and what's sort of present here is the Nine of Swords in the reverse to the Knight of Swords to the Temperance to the Tower. And I just learned this last night, that the Tower actually is a twin flame card as well. Because the truth about it is that once you meet your twin flame and you know who your twin flame is, other relationships, they don't work. They will totally fall through. They will fail. It'll never bring satisfaction. None of that, because you are meant to be with your twin flame. You know you have like a powerful job and mission and stuff. I don't know what that is. So just charcoal from, I don't know, Montana Sage or something. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to reading this with the Nine of Swords in the reverse being like terror, night, paranoia, somebody's life being on the line. Life for the twin flame, perhaps, being on the line. And is she alive? Is she dead? Near-death situations. But it starts to affect the day life, like, what's going on in the night and what's going on in the shadows and what's going on behind the scenes actually is starting to affect business, the day life, karma being played out, karma showing up on the scene, etc. And so in the reverse, it's like considering the situation and how to fix it, and should I really just give up the ghost and probably do the right thing and fix this thing, as uncomfortable and as crazy as it all is, and how vulnerable it'll cause me to be and how embarrassing it is. Do I just King Cup sideways, just do the right thing finally? What do you got to lose at this point? Like, the universe will strip you of everything if something is so powerful. I used to always say that. I really didn't believe that the divine cared so much about who somebody was in a relationship with if they didn't have a very impactful task or reason for being on this earth. But if, in fact, there is a very, very important reason for two people to be joined together, that the universe will actually intervene in the situation. This Knight of Cups in the sideways is supposed to be the Emperor. He's just not, he doesn't show up that way because he's being King of Cups in the sideways. So anyways, so the Knight of Swords in the reverse being like considering the thing, turning into the Knight of Swords, using fast thinking, planning, worthy communication, although some plans were interfered with, intercepted, and weren't able to go through just because of the craziness of, let's just go on and put her in the reverse at this point, okay? Gary, she deserves to be moo. Little fucker. Sorry. Pardon my French. Anyways, fast thinking, planning, witty communication, like little clues. I pick up on them. I do. I pick up on your little clues. I always have. I'm just impatient about it. And so, that's why I try to egg it on and I don't know, free you up. But, I don't know. You don't know. I feel like it could have went down another way, but it didn't. And so this girl is left hanging, and this girl is committed to the cause and to her plan and to a better tomorrow, so much so that, all right, now I'm rambling. But anyways, so time is up, time for change, time to seize the day, time to defend the victim, time to defend the one that has been attacked, and be the hero in the situation. And this Knight of Swords can be like a sort of like cunning, conniving type card. But in this sense, in this actual sense of it, actually it is like the positive message of it, like can shine through. Although the character of it and, the manipulation and the secrecy of the whole like matter of it can come across as manipulative or conniving, or like somebody has ulterior motives. If in the small chance that somebody actually has the right motive concerning having to operate in that sort of a sense, then it turns into the hero. Yes, there are many eyes on the situation, all the more reason to be the hero at this point, because a lot of people are watching. It's like cinema. It is like Beauty of the Beast. anyways, I'm not going to like double into these much more, but basically you see the Knight of Swords is going into the temperate twin flame, going towards the very temperate, very patient, has endured a lot, has barely managed to stay alive, a twin flame. Okay, so then what we had here as far as interference also was this baby mama drama situation. Yet another player of that was like, seducing energy that caused, a little like kink, a little bump in the road and another obstacle to overcome. But Page of Cups of the Six Swords, baby mama drama, I call her. Six Swords, crossing difficult thresholds, facing the music, a secret being exposed, blaming the whole blame game. This party blaming that party, blaming the other party, and dealing with unhealthy situationships, like having to confront them and face them to deal with them, and then letting go of it. So then we've got the long-term, long-standing. This is where we got King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the long-standing, initial, very connected Hierophant, marriage, family, children, with the High Priestess, who usually does show up in the reverse. But, like there's two High Priestesses, so, really officially should put that sucker sideways. But, so the King of Pentacles and the, situation with the original High Priest, who was in the upright, and their marriage being put in the upside down, their union being put in the upside down, their connection being put in the upside down, going fully vile, fully corrupt, and the result of being a Wheel of the Fortune in the reverse. So, even though the High Priestess may have started out that way, ended up turning that way, which ended up making all that money go that way, there actually is a new High Priestess in the upright, and she's not the reason for, for the dissolution, or the dissolvation. Is that a word? Dissolvation. Oh, wow. My phone just turned on by itself. Isn't that interesting? Virgin hair and Walmart package hacks. Be busted down. So anyways, the one thing about the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse that can actually bring resolution situation, and that was 12-12, time for an upgrade, is time for change. Welcome it. Step into it with authenticity, with nakedness, with, the whole thing being exposed and taking advantage of that to become your vulnerable self, authentic self, and naked self, and actually gain a new admiration for being true and living out your authenticity and being the true hero, like I said before. So many eyes on the thing. Also a tiger and a snake. Are those moths too? No, they're just wings. Oh, it's got the pentacles, the cups, the swords, and the wands with wings in the corners. That's cool. I like how that card was done. All right. Have a good one. Be authentic. Live in your true self. Do what you know deep down inside you need to do. Overcome the obstacles to get there. You can do it. I believe in you.